Morning all. We have just discussed editorial and commercial images, and I thought it would be good to demonstrate how the same location can be suitable for both usages. So now it's 8 a.m. in London, and Tower Bridge just behind me here is quite busy at this time of the day with people going to work in the city area and crossing from the south of the river. So this means a lot of people in traffic. Now, whereas Tower Bridge can be photographed for commercial purposes, we wouldn't be able to sell commercial images with recognizable people in the scene, as we discussed earlier. But I want to show you techniques that stock photographers use to photograph busy areas and still be able to sell the images commercially. So let's head out to Tower Bridge and get some commercial and editorial shots.
So here we are, it's 9 a.m. now, and as expected it's quite busy here. And let's start with the editorial shots. In a way, editorial is actually, or are actually, the most straightforward images to capture. All we need to do is report what's happening on Tower Bridge right now. So all we need to do is ensure that the exposure is correct and that the framing is interesting. Now remember that editorial images are supposed to illustrate a situation. So when you shoot editorial, you are bound to the same ethical principles as photojournalists. So therefore, nothing should be, you shouldn't have any local adjustments in your image, such as cloning, because it's likely that they will change the story being reported. Global adjustments are allowed, such as changes in contrast, saturation, and white balance, as long as the original story is not changed by the adjustments as such. And the same applies to cropping. So let's go ahead and report on Tower Bridge during rush hour. So there, it's that easy. Now, it's just a matter of captioning the image according to the guidelines, the editorial guidelines as the captions as well, but or the keywords. So we're gonna talk about this later. But I mentioned being able to shoot commercial images as well. So how can we get around all these people walking? Now, we know that model releases are required for all recognizable people in the image. That means that if people are not recognized, no releases are required. So one of the things I can do to make people more recognizable here is to blur them. The different settings that I can use in order to do so. The first thing I can do is to achieve that is get them out of focus by switching my focusing mode to manual in the lens. So let's go ahead and do that and see how it comes out. Now, that's sorted for this type of image, but as you can see, this can only be used as a background image really, because everything is really blurry. However, I believe that it doesn't sell too well in case it's accepted at all. And quite honestly, I don't have any intentionally out of focus images in my portfolio, it's not what I do. But I have seen quite a lot in Shutterstock, so you might want to try uploading a few just after your first submission, but not for the first submission, because the technical requirements are a bit higher. You are in the game of showing what you know and what you do. So the second thing I can do is get people to blur with motion. So everything is moving here, I can blur that. And in order to achieve that, I need to use a slower shutter speed. So let's go ahead and set it to 20th of a second and see how it goes. Also try some slower variations to have more choices later. So let's try that. Now, I'm particularly fond of blur, and I find myself using it more and more during corporate assignments, so say receptions for instance. It's a very good technique to make people anonymous in which they would be otherwise recognizable. Now, because everyone is blurry, I don't need to, I can upload this image as commercial and nobody is recognizable, so I don't need to have a release for each person in this image here. They wouldn't be able to identify themselves anyway. So the third thing I might want to achieve is to remove everyone from the bridge, all the people in the cars altogether. Obviously, I cannot close the bridge, but what I can do is slow down my shutter speed to a few seconds so that everything that's moving disappears altogether, leaving me with subjects only, such as the bridge, which is my main subject. So I'll start with a shutter speed of 10 seconds and see whether that's sufficient to blur or to make everything disappear, everything that's moving. In order to achieve, however, a long shutter speed without overexposing the image, I'll need to add a density filter to the front of my camera so that less light hits my sensor during the exposure. It's very sunny today, so I need to kind of mitigate that light, and I have my neutral density filters here. So let's go ahead and attach that to my camera now. Right, now that the filter is on, I can take a light reading at my chosen shutter speed of 10 seconds and take a couple of shots. So I have used 3 neutral density filters here because the exposure is just so bright. So let's go ahead. Cool, so I've got some good shots here, and on a normal day I would probably stay longer and take several more variations of what I'm doing now. But I hope this short tutorial encourages you to play around with the shutter speed and focus, and to explore new possibilities with subjects that are immediately available to you. So hopefully this is going to be useful to you.